This is a mechanical feeling keyboard, and it's kind of a new category in the keyboard industry, and it's pretty recent. It's basically supposed to be more satisfying to type on than rubber dome keyboards, but also less expensive than mechanical keyboards, so it's just a nice middle ground there. Whether or not that's a real place and it's a practical spot in the industry, we'll know by the end of the video. This specific keyboard is the EKM 750 from Granvilla, and once again, I'm working with Granvilla to actually discount the price of this keyboard for you guys. Over on dealhunter.tech, we have a featured deal, and for the next week, that featured deal will be the EKM 750 discounted down to $27. Link down below to go check it out. And some of you still don't want to pay $27 for it, so if this video gets 2,000 likes, I'll be giving one away on my Twitter at MSTechYT. Just leave a comment down below that you want one. And without further ado, let's check it out. So in terms of design, it's definitely got an interesting white design. You don't see white keyboards too often. Most of them have a black base or different colors like that. Black is obviously the most common, but it's got some interesting sharp design, angles, edges. Definitely looks like gamer-esque. And honestly, the weirdest part of the entire design to me is the branding here and here. It's orange. The backlighting doesn't even go to an orange color, so that just seems like very dumb that they would make the branding a color that the backlighting can't even match. I'll touch on the backlighting more in a minute, but I really just don't understand the branding. I wish it would have been red, which would be another color that the backlighting could match, or just a neutral black that can really go with anything. Orange was definitely not the right call, and it's just confusing branding. Like that says project what? Why is that there? And this, I can't even read what this says. Laser, taser projection? You, like what? And then it's got E-blue branding over here. It really needs to just like, get your shit together, man. And get one type of branding that's not orange. But that's really my only complaint when it comes to design. Alright, so let's talk about backlighting. I'm gonna go through all the modes that are built into this keyboard, and there will be B-roll in the dark so you can see them nice and clearly. FN1 will give you sort of this flashing, multicolored zone backlighting. Sort of interesting, not the most practical in the world, kind of distracting. FN2 will give you, again, like sort of zone, different colored backlighting, but it's a fade this time, so it comes in and out, or breathing rather. FN3 is another type of flashing, multicolored backlighting. Again, the flashing would definitely get distracting to me. FN4 is a single color, and if you click FN4 again and a bunch of times, it just cycles through the different color options in the keyboard. FN5 is breathing of a single color, and you can again click. Oh, nope, FN5 is breathing rainbow, so it'll start with green, it'll go back down, it'll come up a different color, it'll go through all the colors in a breathing cycle. FN6 is another type of flashing between different colors in different zones. Again, very distracting. FN7 is, once again, wow, more flashing in different colors. Great. FN8 is another solid color. And then lastly, FN9 is just solid, multi-zoned colored backlighting. Interesting stuff. Honestly, the only one I would ever use is really 4, which is just solid backlighting, because that's what I use my backlighting for. It's just too distracting if there's a bunch of colors going on and stuff. Also, real quick, there's a metal backplate to this, so like the front is all plastic and it looks pretty cheap. You flip it around, there is some rigidity here with a big metal backplate, which is nice to see. So while there is some flex, that metal backplate definitely gives it a lot of rigidity. Alright, so now I'm gonna go through a sound test of a couple mechanical keyboards, then the mechanical feeling keyboard, and then a fully rubber dome keyboard. And yeah, it's just to show like how each of them will sound. So this is starting with a Cherry MX Blue, and I'm gonna point the mic down so you can just get a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't sound too bad. So you can get a little bit better of an idea of how it sounds. So this is Cherry MX Blues. Very clicky, very clacky. Feels amazing to type on, but also makes a lot of noise. This is Cherry MX Browns, which is a little less clicky, but still has a bump there. As you can tell, still pretty loud, just not as clicky. Then moving on to the mechanical feeling keyboard, the EKM 750. This is what it sounds like. Bring it back. And then, lastly, is a fully rubber dome, not even mechanical feeling keyboard. I think that was definitely in order of the clickiest and the sharpest to the mushiest and the worst thing ever in the world to type on. Alright, so there's one more thing I want to mention before concluding this video, and it kind of confuses things a little bit. So when it comes to a mechanical feeling keyboard, there's no definition for that. Like any keyboard on Amazon, since it's just an adjective, can say they're mechanical feeling. So it's really on a per keyboard basis. Some keyboards are actually like half mechanical, and the switch underneath is like a hybrid with a mechanical top and a rubber dome bottom, and that will be a little bit different. Keyboards like this, if you take the keycap off, is actually just a high quality rubber dome switch, but it feels better than rubber domes. So there's no real clear definition of what it means to be mechanical feeling, other than the fact that the manufacturer is trying to make it feel better than rubber domes, but be cheaper than mechanical keyboards. So what is the spot in the market for this mechanical feeling keyboard specifically is, I would say if you're saving up for a nice mechanical keyboard like a Ducky or a Corsair gaming keyboard, anything above like $70, this is a great stepping stone. You spend what, 20 something dollars, this one will hold you over completely fine. It is a lot better to type on than a rubber dome keyboard, but you will still appreciate the upgrade to real mechanical. And that's where it is. And the price reflects that. I think it's a very fair price. It's a little bit more expensive than cheap rubber dome keyboards and less expensive than nice mechanical keyboards. So it fits its spot well and it knows where it's at. That's it for this video. A little confusing there at the end, but that's just confusing because the way mechanical feeling keyboards are in the market right now. Anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more content. And as always, stay classy.